Welcome back to the PFF artificial turf pitch in the San Lazaro Leisure and Business Park in Carmona, Cavite. This is the third match of the Duel, Ateneo versus De La Salle Alumni Football Challenge, and this promises to be the most heated one. The 21 to 30 age group. De La Salle in white and Ateneo in blue. Glad you could join us here on Game Time TV. Thank you. Really? Can you stand again, doctor? De La Salle on the attack here. Thank you. These teams have already met in UAAP this season, with Ateneo winning 2-1. Thanks to Harvey Gayoso, 2 goals then. This is Cruz on the right flank. And Enzo Bonoan, whose brother Javi is playing UAP for UP this year. And it's a first touch here for Cedric Hodriel, the only player in the pitch who was a PFL professional player last year for Ilocos United. Greggy Yang trying to find Reyes on the right flank. Glad you could join us on Game Time TV and our YouTube stream. Game Time TV channel 109 exclusive on Signal TV. Coming up after this match, after a 1-hour break, there's Luigi Mir. And that'll go out for a goal kick for De La Salle. And here's a chance now for De La Salle, and the shot is wide. And there's a bit of a simulation there from an Ateneo player as Enzo Bonoan is dispossessed. Possession remaining here in the LaSalle half. Greggy Yang finds Cruz, wonderful first touch. And Aldous Madranca, the goalkeeper, will let that one go out for a goal kick. This is Cruz. And there's Greggy Yang! 1-0 De La Salle, Greggy Yang, 30-yarder! La Salle has won the first two matches this morning, and they're on their way to a sweep if this continues. Greggy Yang, who played in the UFL for Green Archers United, has beaten Aldous Madranca in goal with a wonderful strike. Luigi Mir. And that's a foul on Luigi Mir. And it's getting really physical out there. And De La Salle are about to bring Kim Smith onto the field. His father is not here to yell at him, so it's expected that he will perform well or not perform at all. Is Lars here? He is? Fantastic. De La Torre there. Didn't get the memo about the white shorts. He's in brown shorts. Game is being played at a remarkable tempo considering the extremely hot conditions. If you just joined us, Greggy Yang with the goal as De La Salle leads 1-0 here in the 21 to 30 age group. Good first touch from Cruz. Who just went into the game? Thomas Cruel, and what's his number? 8 and then the 20. Who's the 20? Yeah, no, Ateneo. Gino Thompson, thank you. Yeah. Gino Thompson is in the game and Thomas Cruel as well. Flying substitutions here in the duel. Greg Yang, one of the few players still playing at a high level. He still plays for Green Archers United, and they are set to participate in the Orient Freight Cup. Hopefully we'll have some of those games here in Carmona. This is Kim Smith. And that's a superb tackle there by Enzo Antonio Bonoan. Decent crowd here of older Ateneans and Lazarites enjoying the action. Luigi Mir. Turnover to De La Salle. Kim Smith. Beautiful 1-2 from Yang to Smith. And this is Cruz, who's been great on the right flank. Pat Laluz is there with the shot from outside the box. Cruz with a probing ball to Laluces. And Laluces drives it into Madranca. Still 1-0 here. Kim Smith. Kim Smith. Can't find Pat Laluces. Also in this team, there's one of the number 4s on this side, of course, is Kobe Ochoa, who played his collegiate football for UP, but is when he had his high school in LaSalle. This is Luigi Mir. More first half action here in the duel. Luigi Mir. Eman Paredes. And it does not challenge Cedric Hodreal in goal. This is Kobe Ochoa. Luigi Mir keeps it in. Oh, no, he doesn't. Kim Smith. Pat Ozaita there with the clearance. Ozaita, of course, played professionally for Loyola Meralco Sparks, as did Enzo Bono, and also played for Soccer Room. And this is Kim Smith, right off Enzo Bono's back. And does the flag stay down? No, it doesn't. Smith can't believe the call. Smith. Trying to pick out John Luxon. And there is a shot in anger. Luigi Mir, hindi pa siya nagpapahinga. Paredes. Towards Tongson. And Tongson almost got to that. And what a save by Cedric Hodrial. Hodrial showing why he was the backup to Baba Sampana for Ilocos United last year. Counter attack here for De La Salle. And Bonoan just got a piece of him. This is Sun Smith. That's onto the street. Jolo Peralta coming off, and in his place is Choi Kapunan. And Pat Laluces is back in the game for De La Salle. There'll be a 1 hour break at the conclusion of this match. Just two 40-minute periods, two 40-minute halves. And then we'll have our 31-40 game. Ochoa. Real experience in the Ateneo back two there in the back four with Bonoan and Ozaita. Bonoan played for Socceroo, Ozaita for Loyola Meralco Sparks. So they are accustomed to a high level of football. Hirap kasi dyan. Aldous Madranca. He's been beaten once from distance. Mir clattered. Free kick for the Eagles. Gino Tongson. Laluces. Smith's making a run on the right side and Bonoan interrupts. Laluces. Laluces with the shot. It's a routine save in the end for Aldous Madranca. This is me. And the Ateneo and LaSalle crowd are not appreciative of the offside call. Paredes, good skill. Paredes wriggles free. Trying to find Gerard Cancho. Free kick para sa Ateneo. And Codreal can't keep it in, and we have a corner here for Ateneo. They are down 1-0. Gawa ng napakagandang long-range goal mula kay Greggy Yang. Tongson. Paredes to Mir. Paredes. Ozaita. And the run isn't made there by Cancho. And of course, Cedric Hodreal played his collegiate football for Benilde in the NCAA. That's what qualifies him for this game. Flag is up, and Cancho is offside. Yang, that's a good ball. La Luces outside to Cruz. And that's going to hang in the air for Madranca. Tongson finds Tomas Cruel, but it's just beyond him. This is picked off by La Luces. And Tomas Cruel is getting some good-natured ribbing there from the LaSalle crowd. There, Cruel's playing for both Ateneo and LaSalle. There's one playing for LaSalle in the UAP. And the flag stays down. Cruz. And there's the finish for Cruz. 2-0 de LaSalle. Jigs Cruz makes it 2-0 with a very composed finish. And that has been the pattern today. LaSalle with the upper hand once again. And it seems that Ateneo are going to make a change in goal, and there's Cedric Hodreal. He wants his clean sheet tonight, doesn't he? And the banter gets better and better here from the LaSalle side. They lead 2-0. Cruel. Luigi Mir. Can he get on that sweet left foot of his? Tongson, the flag is up. Ateneo want to make a change in goal. Hindi pa pinapayagan ng ating referee. LaSalle stays onside. And there's Jigs Cruz again! And is it tipped away by Madranka? No, it's a goal kick. Or rather, no, it is a corner. And that is the end of the first half. Goals by Greggy Yang and Jigs Cruz give LaSalle's 21 to 30-year-olds a 2-0 lead over Ateneo here in the Duel. Ateneo versus De La Salle Alumni Football Challenge. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to second half action of the 21 to 30 age group of the Duel, Ateneo versus LaSalle Alumni Football Challenge. And right now LaSalle is leading again in this age group. 2-0. Goals from Greggy Yang and Jigs Cruz. Lars Smith with a corner into the wind here. The wind has really picked up and he'll need to keep this one down. And that ran into the wall of the wind right there. Didn't even make the first stick. And there's a change in goal for Ateneo. They are playing an overage player, 39-year-old Patrick Maramara, who was in Ateneo in his younger years but played collegiate football for Aris Kaslib in San Beda. This is Gerard Cancio. Coming up after this game, after an hour's break, 31 to 39 age group. And then the ladies. And that's awkward for Cedric Rodreal. And Ateneo can't make him pay. And a foul on Ateneo. Gino Thompson, no offside on a throw-in, and Ateneo win a corner. And the wind has taken that corner kick as well from Gino Thompson. Lars Smith to his brother, Kim. Jigs Cruz. Enzo Bonoan. Tongson. Can't get past Sun. Meili. Kim Smith. Enzo Bonoan's on him. Cruz. Sun. Maramara with the goal kick that gets ensnared in the wind. As Kobe Ochoa set to come back in for De La Salle. This is Jigs Cruz looking for a second goal. Lars Smith takes the first touch and scuffs his shot. Yang. Kobe Ochoa. Sun. Ozaita. Ochoa, can he keep it in? Yes, he does. And Maramara challenges for the ball. And he does enough to impede Lars Smith. Jigs Cruz. Excellent ball mover from De La Salle. Jigs Cruz. Couldn't get the bend on that forward ball, diagonal ball. Pat Laluz is back in the game for Lars Smith. Glad you could watch us here on Game Time TV, Channel 109 on Signal, here at the PFF Artificial Turf Pitch. And a chance now, but the flag is up. Paredes. Luigi Mir. A light drizzle has come out of nowhere here in Carmona. Cancho. Katubay. Ateneo unable to get the shots on target that will give them a foothold back into this game. They trail 2-0. La Luces. Cancho. Paredes. It's awkward for Cedric Hodrell. Tongson. Enzo Bonoan. Of course, his uncle Franz played for Ateneo in the previous match. LaSalle trying to go 3-0 today in the duel. The second leg is next Sunday, March 11 in Ateneo. And it is a 2-match league. So whichever team gets the more points will win. It will not be aggregate goals. Kurt Alvarez. Tongson. Can't thread the needle to Gerard Cancio. Jigs Cruz, what a game he's had. Tomas Cruel wins the ball and fells Lasallian in the process. And Pat Lalo says, asking his bench, do we have another center back? Those are always in short supply. Greggy Yang has dropped back to central defense, a position he will be accustomed to. Not too different from the holding midfield that he's played quite often. Gerard Cancio! Too much air under it. He needed to make Cedric Hodreal work and couldn't. And that could have changed the game completely. And CZ De La Torres come in for Kim Smith. And there's a problem here for Ateneo. Pat Laluces. CZ De La Torre. Laluces, does he have a right foot? Yes, he does. Can't get it to dip in time. It's a huge sigh of relief there from Patrick Maramara. Tongson, can he get a bit of wiggle room? He fouls his man there, as strikers tend to do in that situation. 2-0 pa rin ang ating score dito. Lamang pa rin ang Salle. They lead 2-0 in this game, and they lead 2-0 on the day's matches as well, winning the 48 and over 3-1, and then taking the 40 to 47, 5 goals to 2. Marco Nieto with the hat trick. Gonzalez putting on the afterburners. He goes around one man. And Laluces has won a corner. And the wind almost looked like it was blowing that ball into the net. Enzo Bonoan. Laluces. And that is not fair from Luigi Mir. I don't know what he's complaining about. Greggy Yang with the free kick. He's got Seb Gonzalez loitering in the middle, and Laluces as well. And CZ De La Torre too. And that will be just wide from Greggy Yang. He gave that one a good hoof. Mir. Tongson tries to take the defense all on his own. And Ochoa has a nibble there. Tongson. Good idea there, Jared Cancho. Paredes. Jigs Cruz. Pinched there by Enzo Bonoan. Luigi Mir, has he even rested in this game? Sun is going to come out and Detalia is going to go in for him. Greggy Yang, De La Torre. sees De La Torre. He's got Laluces to his left to him. One-on-one. Pat Laluces smothered by Patrick Maramara. This is great sporting fair play here from Maramara. And positioning as well on the stop. "17 minutes to go. De La Salle still hanging on to this 2-0 lead in this withering heat as the ball is fair played back to Ateneo. Mir. CZ De La Torre. Luigi Mir. Kanshov. Paredes is asking for it, but the ball drifts outside the field of play. Greg Ian, he's been very consistent today. Jigs Cruz as well. And De La Salle surely would be just thinking of salting away the rest of this game. Wonderful skill from Jigs Cruz. And the offside flag is up. And Seb Gonzalez, who, like the goalkeeper Cedric Cordell, played for Ilocos last season, is unable to corral that ball. Yang. Jigs Cruz. Cruz around one man. Cruz across the face and just over the crossbar. Cruz again. This is Gino Tongson. He's got support with Cancho in the middle. Great ball back to Cancho. Where's the return pass? It doesn't fall. CZ De La Torre, wonderful first touch. Canlas. Jigs Cruz. Kurt Alvarez. Canlas. Gonzalez. Cancho. Paredes is offside. That must have been close. Canlas, he's got Torno to his left. Seb isn't making the run. Seb Gonzalez. And that'll be a foul there. Quickly taken from the Blue Eagles. Paredes. Torno. He's not going to get to the ball. 8 minutes to go here. We went into this half at 2-0, and things have stayed that way. Mir, he's got plenty of gas in that tank. Tongson and Cancio are in the center. Paredes. Greggy Yang, very composed. Jigs Cruz. Seb Gonzalez. Excellent defense there from Enzo Bonoan. And Turno and Kurt Alvarez there enjoying that moment. And Luces is going to spend the next 6 minutes on the pitch, one would imagine. Canlas. Laluces. Enzo Bonon back to his keeper. And there's a good indication of just how strong this wind is in the face of Patrick Maramara. And surely that's a foul. Torno on Luigi Mir. Cruz. It's too strong for Laluces. And one has a feeling that this game will conclude at 2-0. And we've not had a cooling break in this half, and there's only about 5 minutes left. Cancho. One goal here could make the end interesting for Ateneo. Tongson. And Cedric Hodreal closing in on another clean sheet. It's all about keeping possession now for De La Salle and taking this one to bed. Ochoa. De La Torre. La Luces is onside. He's got two men in the middle. La Luces is on the wrong side of the far post, of the near post rather. Flag is up. The flag is up, and the referee seems to have ignored the flag from the assistant referee, and he's given the goal. And the goal seems to have been credited to Pat Lazuses, a bit controversially. The flag was up. 3-0 to De La Salle. For some reason, the restart is taking a while. I doubt if there will be much stoppage time played in this second half. CC De La Torre. And that's just beyond Smith. As the referee takes a look at his watch. Thompson. And the flag is up. Seldran. The whistle still not in the mouth of the referee. De La Torre, can they make it 4-0? Superb positioning there by Patrick Maramara. And that will be it. 3-0 De La Salle wins. Scores